here on the channel. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking, the man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying YouTuber in YouTube entertainment today, Lee Cole the Fourth. And tonight I am doing a special live stream for all of you out there. This is a really quick sort of stream about a movie that has come out that, as I always do for you fine folks who join my channel, I do live reviews. And this is a little special one. Being in the theater, I actually got the opportunity to do a pre-screening of the movie Brightburn. And if you're in here, don't worry. This is non-spoilers. I'm not going to spoil the movie for you at all. I'm just going to give you a gist of what the film is about, the pros, the cons, and all of that. And then I'm going to tell you my opinion of whether or not you should go and see this film. So I'd like to highlight, this is a non-spoiler review. If you have some questions, I will answer them to my best ability, but I seriously signed like a form saying that I can't give away anything or I could be sued. So I will be tap dancing around this one very carefully because there's like legal ramifications. So let's get started. What is Brightburn about? Anyone who has not seen the amazing Red Band trailer, you should go and check it out. Because some of the stuff I hearken to are specifically in the trailer. And I'm going to start off by saying what they show you in the trailer is not jack. They don't give you no kind of hints to nothing. The trailer literally does not spoil this film whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. It is actually quite amazing that they did a film that in essence does not give you nothing whatsoever from the trailer. Super duper happy about that. So the gist of the movie is this. There is a nice little setting, and if you watch it, a kind of call back from Man of Steel, where they set you up on the farm with these folks, and basically it is what happens when a superpowered being goes through a rough childhood and the ramifications of those things that happen and to very shocking effect. So basically it's a what if scenario. What if I don't want to say they have the licensing for Superman per se, but I'd say it's damn near close to what would happen if Superman was a dick. So that's the best I can put it. You know, and I've heard other names floated about, but I'll let you judge for yourself when you see the movie who you think it is. So that's pretty much as the setup as I can give you. It is a what if scenario. What if a overly powered super being was the villain? And it is done to horrific, gross graphic detail. Like, oh my God, this movie so earns that R rating. I can't, like, you talk about hard R's, like, this movie earns that R rating in spades. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, I can't even put into words the things that I have seen done in film, and then to see in horrific detail some of the things I pictured in my mind. So let's start off with the good points of the film, because I do my pros, my cons, and then I'll give you my general gist of whether or not you should see this film. So for the pro side, the acting across the board is stellar. That little kid is haunting, okay? Every scene that this kid is in literally creeps you out. You are like, holy Jesus, this kid is maniacal and is making my skin crawl. And I don't even know why, okay? Stellar with the looks, with the acting, just the way he delivers lines. I mean, I don't know where they get some of these child actors from, but honestly, some of the most compelling acting I have seen from a child in years okay? Just in years. All right, the folks that are brought up into this, the parental figures, if you will, they are so spot on. I mean, they are spot on to what you would picture parents at the time and what they're going through, and exactly how they're feeling about the situation. I not once in the film did not buy the fact that these people care about this child. And that's amazing, because this kid is just going ham on everyone. I mean, this kid is like, oh my God, I can't even tell you, man. This kid is like, oh my God, this is like some Omen type shit with superpowers, okay? That's the best way I could tell it. It is like watching if the Omen was given like superpowers. Crazy. And this kid delivers it. He sells it to me. The impending sense of doom, the sense of dread. The music is on key, okay? The music is a character within itself, because the music sets the tone beautifully to things that are happening. And there's certain scenes and whatnot that play out that when that music drops, it's almost a callback to the good old days of like Jason and Friday the 13th, you know, Michael Myers, all of that. It is a callback to what would happen if, oh God, I'm trying not to give too much away. Okay, so the music's on point, okay, people? The music is on key, and it really emotionally grabs you. Pacing is a non-issue. This thing starts, and like I think I clocked it, like the first 10 or 15 minutes is like setup, and then the rest is just bam, and we're off to the races. Things are happening, things are moving along. You're just like saying, holy jeez. Literally, it is a vehicle that picks you up at one point and refuses to drop you off. This thing moves and just never slows down to catch its breath, and not in a bad way. It literally sets stuff up, boom, 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 and this, and this is happening, and you're going, holy crap, what's going on here, and what's going on there, and you're like, what are they going to do? Now, someone asked me an interesting question, and I can't answer this without giving anything away. They said to me, Lee, if you have one of the most powerful beings in existence as the antagonist, then who in the world is going to be your protagonist? And I will answer it here on the channel. Us. And that should be a scary thought to anyone who's going to see this movie. Just think about that. We are the protagonist against a being that could literally snap you in two. Think about how scary that is. Yes, Elizabeth Banks, stellar. Let me tell you something, folks. Let me tell you something. This is acting where nothing is wasted. James Gunn, and it wasn't directly James Gunn who made this, but it was his brothers or whoever the hell they are. They need to be in Hollywood because they know what the hell they're doing. They paced it right. They placed music in right. They set atmosphere right. I mean, some things happen in light, some things happen in day, but you're never going, I can't see anything, I don't know what's happening. It is clear. The shots and the camera work are magnificent. I never once in the movie did not know the horrific thing that was happening whilst I was trying to watch the film. It was stellar camera work across the board. There is not a shot wasted. There is not a piece of dialogue wasted. Everything has relevance to the horrific and tragic and just terrible things that ensue. No character drops the ball. So with all these great pros, you're probably thinking, well, Lee, every movie has faults. Well, let me tell you something, folks. If we're going by perfect movies, there's damn near nothing I can complain about in this film. I don't got it, and I'm pretty critical, and I don't know I don't know exactly what to say that's terrible about this film or that turned me off. As a father, if I had a con, there is a particular shift within the father's tone, and I'm not giving anything away. It's in the trailers. where the change in the father's mind is a little bit quick, and I go, come on, no dad, fathers and their sons, no dad would give up, like, throwing the towel that quick. I guess if we're going by, like, logically thinking, maybe, but I wasn't buying that shift. There's also some fantastical things that drive the story along that I said, nah, and I'm really nitpicking here. I'm really reaching for something bad to say because, I mean, honestly, folks, I honestly don't know what to tell you that's bad in this movie. I mean, Elizabeth Banks knocks it out of the park. Don't know who the hell the kid is, but my God, he knocks it out of the park. I don't know really anyone in this film that drops the ball. The atmosphere is pitch perfect. The writing is solid. It's chilling. It is a chilling movie. And I think that properties should go to this angle because nothing is more scary than the concept of an overwhelming, powerful driving force that you cannot stop. It is a force of nature. Is more scary to me than something like a Jason or a Freddy Krueger because they had some things that can stop them. But just think about this. A powerful human being that virtually has no weaknesses. How the hell do you stop? That is like, and on top of that, they show the reasons of why things happen the way that they do. And they're pretty logical reasons, considering the setting is like a middle school, kind of setting. So, I mean, everyone just think about your middle school, high school experience. Was it great? Mine was awkward as hell. Okay? Now, picture a superpowered being in an awkward as hell high school situation. How do you think that plays out? I can tell you right now, wacky shenanigans ensue. It's a very chilling thought. And virtually my cons don't exist. I can't really fault any choices that they made. I can nitpick at certain things in certain particular scenes, but I can't really get into those without getting into a spoiler review, which technically I am not legally allowed to release until after the film has been released during Memorial Day. Then I will be able to make a spoiler, but I signed something that said I cannot do that. So I am pigeonholed right now. But, I guess more to the pros, the way that they tie the mythos of this particular genre, I'm just going to call it the Superman genre. The stuff that they tie into this film is so respectful to source material. It is so respectful to the legacy that you do not at one point in the film not buy that this is what would happen if someone was like that went astray. You don't not buy what's going on at a single moment. And there is a particular scene which makes it even more confusing to what the intent is of them being there. It is just chilling in all of the right ways. It is moving in some parts. There are some downright emotional scenes. I mean, there are parts where, as the villain, you still kind of get on board with what's going on. I mean, this deals with psychology, with being bullied, with all the things that kids go through, and a very scary, basically nuclear bomb being heckled and teased. And I'm not giving anything away. That's in the trailers. You see that clearly. And just picture you poking a bear that could literally turn around and maul your face off and doesn't even realize that it could maul your face off. And then comes to the realization it could maul your face off. And how that plays out. I mean, it is elegant. The scenes are pieced together well. The lighting is spectacular. The visuals are spectacular. They use practical effects very well. It was not very CGI heavy. Surprisingly, there were CGI elements, but they were blended with practical effects seamlessly. And the practical effects, oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay, so the violence in this is tastefully done, but if you said to yourself, I wonder what it's like if a man who's compared to a locomotive hits someone, you'll see that. You'll see what happens when someone who essentially hits like a train hits someone. And it is horrific and very well atomically done. And that's all I could say about that. But literally for 2 hours, one, I did not feel the time at all. And two, my jaw was like this the whole time. Like that. Like literally, like that. You see how I'm on the edge of my seat like this in the theater, just like... Just the whole entire time, I cannot... It is like watching the most horrific accident and you just can't turn away, but in all the right ways. I mean, this thing is compelling, it's thrilling, it's epic, and you really want to get to that horrific, climatic ending, and it does not disappoint. It doesn't disappoint in any way. Right down to the last frame, you will leave the film going, WTF, and then looking immediately over your shoulder and making sure that stuff isn't popping off because you're thinking, my God, the world is screwed by the end of it. You're just like, well, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? I don't know. Should I forever be looking over my shoulder? Should I be like seriously like looking around going, is someone going to fast track, bam, and whap right in? I mean, this is great. This is great. This is the type of filmmaking I've been waiting for. When they said they were taking the superhero genre into horror, I said, this is either going to go really terrible or you are going to make a fine piece of film. And folks, I can tell you so happily with all of my heart and soul that they have done it. I thank the good Lord above that it was James Gunn to pioneer this film with his family, because they have a visual eye. I don't honestly give a crap about this personal stuff going on with him. I don't care. Because if he's producing something like this, good God, the man is revolutionizing the superhero genre. When he said he wanted to do something his way, this film is just... Like, I literally have sat on this a full day after viewing, trying to gather and taking notes at what I was going to report to you people, how I was going to convey in a meaningful sense without ruining it, how great of a film this is. I had no clue. I had no clue how I was going to tell you guys to go and see this and highlight some things without ruining the spectacle of what this film is. This is independent filmmaking at its finest, done right, done off of, I heard, a very smaller budget. This film is what the Cannies and the film festivals are created for. These out-of-the-box passion pieces. That's what this is. Folks, this is a passion piece from a man who gives a damn about the things we love. This film it exemplifies what filmmakers should be striving for. This is it. This is the film, and you can leave me comments below after you see it, after seeing this review, and tell me I'm wrong or whatever, because, you know, film is subjective, but I truly feel that this is the film, if you are a horror fan, you have waited for. It not only works as a horror movie, but it works as a superhero movie, it works as a drama, it works as so many other different genres within the time frame it's working in that you just go, why did no one else think of this? Why did no one else for years do this before? I mean, if Spawn is coming out and doing the exact same thing as this, then that thing's going to be a hit too, because this is just horrifying. This literally had me up 24 hours trying to figure out how to review this and convey exactly how great of a film this is. And I don't throw around great, but honestly, with the crap that came out in horror this year, this is great. This is great for the horror genre. This is going to revitalize the horror genre, and mark my words here today. And now this is going to be a template for every film you will see come out after this. They will try to copy and duplicate this formula because it works on so many levels. So what are my overall thoughts? My overall thoughts is this. If you have not had an interest, go right now, go on to the Reddit or the Red Band, go to the Red Band trailers, check out the trailer, let your mouth hang down, and realize that what you're seeing is not even remotely half of what's in this movie. Okay? Go check it out right now. Go to Red Band, go check out that trailer, and then I want you to realize that what they show you is not even anything in the film. You are literally getting nothing, not a thing, to how great and well shot this film is. They just gave you a little teaser, little appetite of the rest of this movie. That is what they did. And bless their souls, because my God, this is how you do a film. This is how you do a horror film. Horror directors, take notes. Go see Brightburn, get your freaking pad and paper, and write down notes and jot it down, because this is quite literally how you make a good, compelling story within the realm of horror. This right here is how you do it, and I cannot give you enough praise. As a matter of fact, my overall view is this. If you have not watched the trailer, go right now. Go watch it. Don't listen to me anymore. Go type in Brightburn, put in Red Band trailer, and watch that clip. And then realize that that horrific scene you saw was only one in a string of multiply well-crafted, beautiful scenes. And then afterwards, go on Memorial Day weekend, go purchase yourself a ticket, okay? Do yourself a favor. If you love horror movies, go get yourself a ticket from the ticket man. Go pay whatever it is that you pay, and know that you are going to see a truly disturbing, terrifying horror masterpiece. And I really hope for years to come that this is the movie that everyone talks about. I really hope for years to come this is the film that everyone is going to template as their thing, that when they say, oh, this is how you do a horror film, this film, if it's got enough play, this will be what they reference. I mean, and that's all I could give to you guys. Like, this movie is masterful. There's not a negative thing I can say about it, except for, I wish it was longer. I honestly wish this film went on for longer. I wish that it was on DVD right now so I can watch it again and again and again and again and really analyze it. Because what I saw, OMG, and all of the other acronyms you want to use, this film is masterful in so many ways. Yeah, if you are a fan of alternate realities and what-if scenarios, this is the scariest what-if scenario you could possibly imagine, humanly possible. And if you guys have any questions for me, because I got to do a game of Thorns with PB, shoot me some comments and, ask away. I can tell you certain things, but I can't tell you everything because, not allowed to. But I can give you, I can tap dance around things. So if you have interest in this film, feel free to comment on it because, I mean, just the things you see in the trailer are not even, it's not even the tip of the iceberg. Like, oh my God, some of the stuff that they show, I just was in awe, jaw dropping, just awe. And I really hope that DC, goes this route. They should do this. They should stay dark. If you stay like this, it'll hit. It's a Sony picture, but it harkens to a lot of DC material. And I just think if this is the kind of quality they're putting out, they should really go this route. They should really explore this dark universe, because there is so much you can do. And with the way things happen, there is possibility to open a darker, more R-rated tone for us real hardcore fans who want to see these things come to life on the big screen. Because, just my God, after this, I want Constantine. I want the Dark Justice League. I mean, I want it all explored now. After seeing what they did with this film, I want them to get into the real heart and soul of the dark universe that DC has. They have a wide variety of stuff that they can use. And if Sony's going to respect them like that, then, hey, guys, do a collab, all right? Disney's pumping out these movies by the MCU, Fight fire, whip fire, man. Start collaborating on these things, because this film is brilliant. This is, epic. So, in my closing thoughts. Go see this movie immediately. Don't waste time. If you can reserve tickets, go reserve tickets right now, okay? Go put this on your must-see top of your list, okay? Spoiler alert, there is nothing going on Memorial Day, okay? Nothing. There is no good films, all right? I work in the film biz. Nothing, okay? Nothing worth seeing when this thing comes out. They did it smart. Go to the ticket stand right now. Go on Fandango and start reserving your tickets, because this is the horror movie you have waited for. This is the superhero horror movie you've waited for. This thing is what we pay to see in a good movie, and I cannot give it enough praise. And as soon as the gag order is off of me, I will immediately be doing an in-depth breakdown of this movie, probably a week after it premieres, to give it time to settle. And then I'm going to deep dive into this, because I cannot wait to tell you every single magnificent thing that worked for me and the few little things that did not work for me, and to get your input. So, in the comments below, please, folks, let me know what your interest level is. If you're interested, if you're not interested, let me know what questions you have. I will answer your questions to the best of my ability, or what I am able to say. I will be able to drop you some hints, maybe put some fears or concerns to bed, but just know there's no SJW politics. There's no nothing. As a matter of fact, I think the SJWs are going to lose their shit when this movie comes out, because there's some things where, I can see an SJW's head exploding when they see the stuff that goes on in this movie in particular. One or two particular scenes where I go, holy crap, the Justice Warriors are going to lose their minds when they see what happens. They're just... their head's going to explode in the theater, because this thing is no holds barred. It does not hold back. It is a punch to the gut in all the right places. So in the comments below, type me out. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you want to know. If you are interested in this film, if you're not interested, and yeah, I will get back to you expeditiously. But if you are interested, please ask me questions. I will more than willingly answer any questions or concerns you may have. So, wrapping this up really quickly, what's my score? A 10. I give this thing a 10. A 10 out of 10. There were just a little bit for it not maybe to be, if you want to say, oh, it's not perfect, there are things I can pick at, but nothing glaringly obvious that destroys the film. It is great for what it was going for and for what it was trying to be. and I think that it's going to be talked about by lots of people, and it is going to get a lot of buzz. And I'm hoping that it gets enough hype to gain traction and make more. Because if you guys like it, they will produce it. And I think this is what Hollywood should be making for us: quality over quantity. So that's all that I have for you folks. If you like my channel, please, 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 please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, smash that melee like the Hulk. And if you are a fan, stay tuned, because here at 11 or 11:30ish, I will have Game of Thorns with my man, my homeboy, the person who completes me, PB. We will be breaking down the train wreck that is the season 8 of Game of Thrones. We will be in depth, could be 2-3 hour live stream about episode 5 of Game of Thrones. And all of the gripes that we have with it, and really dissecting the episode to its basics. So we're going to be live streaming that here in a bit. But I wanted to talk to you, the people, and let you know, go see Brightburn. Do not wait for it to come out on video. See this thing on the big screen, because you will truly be terrified in the theater. You will be scared out of your mind. I do not scare easily, and I was freaking terrified, okay? You will be leaving the theater, looking over your shoulder, making sure stuff is not going down. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. And as always, me and my beautiful wife, my love, my life, Rose Tico, will see you at the movies. Good night, y'all. God bless. And thank you, as always, for tuning in with Lee Cole IV.